Okay. Do you ever intend to do all of your homework over the weekend, but then somehow you just keep on finding yourself laying around and not taking action, and you think about how you need to take action, but then you never actually take action, and then so Sunday night rolls around and you've barely done any of your homework? Well, just yesterday, I had a client who just admitted, she's like, yeah, I did one of those lay around weekend things. And I asked her, like, did you have a good plan for the weekend? And she said, no, I really didn't. And so I recommended that this week she come to see me during my Thursday office hours. And one of the reasons as a coach I keep a Thursday office hours is so that students and I can make a quick plan for the weekend and look at their list and see how to think about the work they need to do. So I want to show you an example of what I mean by a list, because I want to show you the bad kind of list that my client had that made her procrastinate, and a good kind of list that it doesn't force you to take action, but it makes you more likely to take action than the first kind of list. So let me show you what I mean. Okay. This first one right there, that was her list in her head. She's like, I got to study science and I got to take history notes. So that's okay. Like, it kind of tells her what she needs to do, but the brain just kind of like, when you're laying on the couch, is like, I just kind of want to lay here. But now I want you to look at the second kind of list. So notice we have it divided out between Saturday and Sunday. And notice that we also have written much more specifically here. Instead of just study science, we wrote make science flashcards. And then we wrote quiz self with science flashcards, or with flashcards. Then over here for the history notes, we wrote read article on Thomas Hobbes. And then over here we wrote make thinking map, because they're supposed to take notes. And so this particular client wants to take notes in a particular thinking map. So we decided ahead of time what that would be. And then we wrote it down together. When you give yourself a strong verb and a specific actionable item that you can like close your eyes and imagine yourself doing in a very clear way, it makes it so much easier for the brain to be willing to get off the couch. Also, when you break it down into parts, like study science, that's huge, but this is doable. Make science flashcards. And so figuring out what the next doable step is super important. Now, I didn't write it on this whiteboard, but this client and I did figure out that Sunday is going to be her main day, and Saturday, she's likely not to do any work until the afternoon on Saturday, because she likes to sleep in and she likes to have a big chunk of time, after the busy school week where she can just relax. And I completely get it. And she deserves to do that. So we also decided when on these days she's probably going to do this work. And Sunday is going to be in the morning after she wakes up. And so this kind of plan doesn't guarantee you won't procrastinate, but it sure does make it less likely. So go make specific plans and make sure you use strong verbs. And as always, if you have any questions for me, Gretchen at GretchenWagner.com is where you find me. I'll see you next week, folks. Bye.